Hey riders, boom. Hey folks, Thursday here, jumping in, stage 3 coming up for you folks, stage 3 coming up. Let's jump right in. Just getting my chat session open here for you. Okay, that looks good there, using the secondary laptop here. Okay guys, Colin here, Inside Cycling World, Stage 3, Tour du Monde, presented to you by OTR Virtual events over on MyWhoosh. Guys, this is going to be an absolute ring-a-ding-dong dandy. Yeah, some of you may know that, most of you won't. Look it up, folks. Look it up. That's another big shout out back to the glory days of the WWF. Who was the guy that commented once? He said, I can't believe I got a Hart Dynasty shout out during a cycling video. That's right. You get it all here, folks. You get it all. You get snazzy shirts, nice hair. We got it all going on, folks. Okay, let's get into this here. I'm going to just move myself over a little bit here. Looking good? Yeah, looking good. Oh, that's funny. You can see the kind of the mic glow is bouncing off my shirt. See if I can fix that for you guys. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're not looking at my shirt. Let's go with that, riders. Okay, let me just get this tweaked. We're not that far out now, folks. 1 minute, 24 seconds to go. Let's see what we got for names here. Ooh, I'm seeing them all already. Greg there again. Shane Blackmore from yesterday. Florian Henkelman. There are some new names. Hey, there's Elton Judd. I know yesterday, and I'm going to say this right because I apologize. Ken, not Kev. Ken from Australia was cheering on Elton Judd yesterday. Great job seeing you out there yesterday, Elton. We're going to bounce to the field here. Ooh, again, more new names. I saw someone there named, there's Vitor Clays there. Yes. Pav Plus. Just keep it on him, folks. Keep it. Trek Checkpoint SL5. Brand new rider here. Kevin Hobbs, Johan Moreno. Hey, Johan. So good to see you, dude. Me and Johan, we're going to do another race series in the future here, folks. So make sure you get involved. You get used to the commentary. I'm the voice, folks. I'm the voice. It's going to go off. JV Dobbins, Stefan, Willenbrink, Dan Jennings, Igor Kops. Remember him from yesterday? So good. Cyclosapiens, here's a new guy. Torsten back in the mix. Ooh, this is looking nice. Guys, I'm going to try to get my my mouse away from the mic because it picks up everything, every click. I find it to be quite annoying. You guys must be like, man, what a crappy setup he's got. We're off to the races here, folks. And it looks like we got some people smashing right away. What's going on today, folks? This is going to be a tough one. 31.3 kilometers. And I think it was 438 meters. All going by memory, folks. Locked in, dialed in the pipe. 5x5, folks. There's a climb in the middle of this. Well, actually, it's only about a third, maybe 40% of the way through the course. Serious climb. This is going to obliterate people. Cy Bradley. Cy is back. Good to see you, Cy. I think the last time I saw Cy was This might be the first time I've seen him here. He's probably racing on a different time table. Cy was at the Echelon Racing League Series. Don't forget, folks, I also cover that on Saturdays on MyWhoosh. Yeah, so check that out, folks. And you can see our sponsors here. Don't forget Rohe right here. You can see on the side of the screens. Hard name to pronounce. You know, I know. I've asked for the pronunciation so many times. Rohe. Cycling gear manufacturer. Company, I guess, based out of Scotland. It's Eddie. Eddie races here, folks. He's got great gear. Check it out, folks. Check it out. I've been eyeballing it up a lot. Okay, folks. Hey, here's Juan Luca Gaspari, Max, Torsten, Jarno. We've seen Jarno before. Aku was here yesterday, too. Okay, so I'm getting the right time slot here. Tim Moore. Got Tim in the mix here, too. Got one rider sitting off the front. Please. Oh, yes. It's Pav Plus. Just so you guys know, I think Pav gets slightly adjusted in the standings after every race. Juan Lopera. I haven't seen this dude forever. Since probably before Christmas, I was watching Juan Lopera race. Tim Wolf, seen that name around a bit too. So we got one rider sitting about 10 meters off the front. And then we got the real crew. Yeah, I said it, real crew here. Second place down through, looks like about 20th. Second through 20th are chasing. Yeah, a little look here. Ooh, that leaderboard. I wish I could just lock. I really wish I could lock the leaderboard in place. For doing this community stuff, it'd be really nice. Cy Bradley's in that group of like 20 that are chasing. Looks like they're pulling them back right now. Tomas Klosko. Yeah, this guy's a hitter. We saw this guy in action yesterday. Absolutely smashing it. Love it. Florian, Cyclosapiens. Marian Marisiak. That's a hard one for me too. Greg's there. See how Greg's going to do today. Jorgen Van Bers. Where's Ingmar? Where's Ingmar? Steven Cycles in the mix. Steven, good to see you, dude. I'm always going to root for Steven. Always going to root for Steven, folks. Dirk's brand new here. Tony Martin Lake. Yes. Saw this dude yesterday just hanging on the back of this main group. Hang in there, Tony. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Okay, so we've got like 31 kind of in this front schmozzle, which is stretching out pretty quick now. I think people are going to slowly just start falling off. This first little bump we're going to hit, what do you think? 2%, maybe 3%. Actually, it might be a bit more than that. We're still going to call it a false flat, though, around here. Yeah, that t-shirt's coming pretty quick, folks. It's mine. It's mine. Yeah, this 31 is just going to get smashed right now. See it? Alistair's here. Good job. I slightly missed Alistair's finish yesterday. He finished in a huge pack. It was hard to catch everyone coming across the finish line. But I will keep a good eye on today. I do want to just check one thing. Make sure I'm actually on camera. I am on camera. Folks, I got a new thing for you here. We're going to call this the Steen shout out. Steen. There you go, brother. There you go, man. I think I've done it over every video since Steen pointed out. He was giving me just a hint like, hey, dude, you got something on your screen showing up. Alistair emoting. I absolutely love it. So that's called the Steen shout out. We're going to always touch the left handlebar right here. Actually, you can see I have a little bit of the right one here today too, folks. I don't want you to think that I don't ride bikes. My bike ride's later today, actually. Getting back to the race, folks, because it's going to go off early today. I can see people trying to get away in a little bit of a breakaway. The pesky lightweight climbers. That's mine, folks. The pesky lightweight climbers. I've been saying that for a couple years now. They're going to try to get away on that hill. They're going to try to dump the big powerhouse sprinters. The hill, the climb is pretty early in the event. Everyone's going to be fresh. And then there's actually, you got the downhill, and you've actually got at least half the race left. That's pretty much pan flat. So is it really climber's paradise? Not really. There's too much flat afterwards for the big diesels to hunt them down. Just check my chat here. Okay. Looks pretty quiet. I know a lot of my other friends are currently racing. Wow. Okay, so we got stuck on it. That must be slow. Tim Moore saying good evening. Graham's back again. Telling Alistair, go big brother. Pain is temporary. Glorious forever. Yes. Valhalla. Moonriders. Yes, dude. So we got Bjorn here. I don't know who Bjorn is, but he's cheering on Team Moonriders. And then we got, looks like, okay, this is a hard name to say. It looks like a mountain bike rider. TM Gino. Gino, MTB. But it says MTB at the end. He says, hello, this race is difficult. I can imagine, dude. I can imagine. Glad I'm sitting this one out. I don't think I've done this course on MyWhoosh yet. The last time I had a really good impact on my course completion was during the MyWhoosh 300. Hey, and I got my gems yesterday. Did everyone get their gems? Hopefully everyone got their gems yesterday. So folks, currently still sitting. Let's just bounce up here, catch the names, and we're going to take a little look back through the field. Yep, so we've got Pav sitting on the front. What do you know, folks? Raul Lupa is Chima. Yes, Chima. Eder Cavallero. Yeah, okay. I've called his name a lot. It might have been another guy before Christmas. Carlos Morato. So guys are coming back, getting back into the racing inside. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. I've said that already. Great New Year's. I'm actually going out for the Christmas party this Saturday. Small business. Hard to get a space. We're heading down to the casino. Putting it all on red. Boom. There we go, folks. Double my my net wealth overnight with $50. Okay, so 26 riders in the front group. Sai just sitting on the back here, lurking. He's in that lurk mode right now. Sai's getting himself into incredible shape. He's back racing. I do listen to the podcast. I listen to everything you guys do. I take it all in. Ooh, look at this bump. We're starting the climb, folks. Gadoosh. It's going off 9, folks. See, I would have probably, well, yeah, this is going to be brutal. 9% right here. First little kick. We're going to plateau and be flat for a little bit longer. We might actually dip slightly downhill. So everything you do now is for no good because you're going to go downhill and have to do it again. Ooh, yes, Sice. Hang in there, dude. Hang in there. Probably dancing on the pedals. Something, I was telling some other friends over on my Discord. Guys, I have 2 Discord channels. I got one that's my Team GRC. At least a couple hundred members there, folks, in the Discord. I know how to grow these things. Call me. Just give me a shout. I'm on standby. And also I have the Inside Cycling. Tim Moore on the front. Nice job, Tim. I also have the Inside Cycling World Discord. That's where we do everything, folks. That's where we're talking general stuff. We're talking MyWhoosh. We're talking all the other platforms. And when I say that, I don't mean all because I can only ride so much. But there's lots of stuff on there. Great way to meet people. Great way. One of the best, my favorite parts of my channel is a section I have called YouTube Goodies. And the #1 contributor is Steven Cycles. He's in this race. Always great links to things on YouTube in there. It's a lot of fun. The climbers are getting ready, folks. And Pad Plus 2. Yeah, folks, it's always the same, isn't it? Yeah, see, we are going down a little bit here. We're like minus 0.2%. Very false flatty downhill. And now the climb's really going to begin. So it said 438 meters of total climbing. And, it almost looked like all of it was in this climb. And like virtually nothing at the far end. Obviously, let's shave some of that off. Pav Plus just going to town here, folks. I've been a bad boy. I haven't been really watching the standings that closely. Been super busy. Some of you may have heard if you watched the videos yesterday. I guess you already have heard. I walked in the door yesterday. Like I was setting up the stream 5 minutes before the race started. So I'm just having a bit of trouble getting caught up here these last couple days. After this, yeah, guys, these guys are just going to climb 5 to 6 watts a kilo all the way up this climb here. Off the dirt. Onto the asphalt. Looks like a racetrack, doesn't it? It's got like the white and black on the edges here. Looks like a racetrack to me. Again, I love the course design. All the stuff you're seeing here. It's a good way, when you're riding to keep you entertained. It's like we're riding through some kind of like mesh tube or something. That's what I'm thinking. Johan? Actually, we'll use Pav Plus as our cameraman today. And we're going to spin it around and we'll have a little look at the climbers behind us. See what we're saying. Look at Wouter Clay's right up there too. Right up there. It looks like they're all coming back. Igor Kops is coming up right now. Wouter's right there. They're back, folks. They are back. Awesome stuff. So you can see here now from this angle. This is perfect right here. I like this a lot. Got a group at the front. Could be, 9-10 riders. Got a lone wolf rider here, just off the back, a secondary rider just a little bit further back, and then right around the corner, we've got a few more riders. So what I'll do is I'm going to jump out of there. Let's just bounce back a bit. Here's that front group again. The road is just climbing in the distance. Yes, they will be dancing on the pedals here. Some of them will have masks of pain. Bringing that one out, folks. Bringing that one out. But yeah, a total ring-a-ding-dong dandy, this one. Climbing, 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 folks. 5-6% right now. This is the easy stuff right here. And what am I doing today? Well, I'm doing a nice casual group ride. I think it's got a 30 meters of climbing in total. Man, I'm just a baby these days. Thomas Klosko here. So I'm pretty sure Johan and Tomas are teammates. Jarno, Raoul, let's back our way down through the field now, folks. Torsten Holtz hanging tough there. Jakub Wojciech, Czech rider. Lots of Czechs showing up too. Cy Bradley off the back, 14th place. Ride your own pace, Cy. You know what you're doing, bro. Nice 4.8 to 5 watts a kilo. No joke here, folks. Cy is getting lean and mean, folks. Lean and mean. Like, dude, you're probably like 70 kilos right now. Come on, dude. You know what it was, Cy? It was the haircut. Apparently, if you get a haircut, it makes you lighter. And what you need to do is just bring it high and tight. You know, get even faster. So I need to see that in the next video. High and tight. Let's do that. Carlos Morato chasing after Cy. Then we got Michael Sismiak here. That's a tough one for me. Aku. Nick, we saw yesterday. Jorgen van Bers, we definitely saw. Chima. Tony Martin Lake. Let's have another quick. I just want to get what I do when I cover these a lot. I'm looking for scenery that'll give me an idea of where other people are. Wow, you can see the climb going up that hill there. I can actually see people moving on that climb. Guys, unbelievable. You can see them. Look at this right here. You can see them going up the hill. Watch my mouse pointer. That's them going up the hill. We're going to back up a bit. I want you to catch that. Okay, so Steven's coming up around the corner. Steven gets a special spotlight. He's my bro. Okay, so when Steven comes up around the corner, hey, Jocks is here from Canada. Awesome stuff, dude. Awesome. Steven's riding just behind his teammate Juan Luca here. Watch this hill here. You're going to see little bits of movement. Like at times, it just looks like tiny pixelations. Those are riders in the distance there. Look at this right here. You can see them right here. They're climbing. Man, that is really good drawing. Really good drawing. So Steven's sitting in 33rd. Juan Luca in 32nd. Bouncing back, we got Marion here. Roberto Diaz, new today. So a lot of these riders may be bouncing around from time slot to time slot. Stefan Willenbrink is all depending on your work, life commitments. Joris was here with us yesterday. Alton Judd was here. Alan Robinson. Bram Vandenbrink, new rider with us today. Might have been a different time slot yesterday. Remember, this is the 7 o'clock at night UK time. Noon. Colin in Alberta, Canada. Weather's beautiful right now, folks. People probably think it's constantly winter here. It's probably around 0 degrees Celsius right now. So for you Americans, 32 Fahrenheit. Let's see if it actually is. Actually, it's colder than that. Sorry, close enough. It's -4 Celsius right now. Fantastic weather for this time of year. Our -40 week is probably coming up in about 2 to 3 weekends from now. James Ogilvy here. Grinding our way up, folks. You can see really good perspective on the road here. Guys, I need to get the camera figured out. Okay, who should I reach out to? I'm gonna think it's Cy. I'm gonna contact Cy later. I want the camera to drop down. What I did notice is that when I'm watching you guys race, I've got this setup. And what I'm saying is this setup that you can see on the screen right now, which I don't really have any control over except for auto rotate and turning the environmental camera on or off. When I ride solo, I have all the cameras. Cameras 1 through, was it 10? But there's a certain camera, I think it's camera 7 or 8, it gets you really low on the road, and it just makes the climb look absolutely brutal, which it is, folks. We are doing 11% plus here. This is like full suffer zone here. Matic, Helder Costa, Adrian Osborne, Andre, Adrian Grochocki. Look at this, 3 Polish riders together here. Team Poland right here. Jakub Majewski, Dan Jennings from yesterday. Andrew Street. Yes, guys. I know all you dudes. John Maruri. Alistair Gilbert here. Alistair, bigger rider, more powerful rider. Probably really hurting on this climb. Oliver's here too. Oliver, IRL, in real life, Duckwitz. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, dude. Let's get this climb done. Lawrence Denev. JV Dobbin. Paul Danvers. Backing up to Antoine Lyon. Portuguese rider Pedro Reis. And Steen is here. Steen shout out right here. Steen shout out. Always. That's going to be my new thing every video, folks. I like to do a thing every video that I'm always consistent with. Adrian Bennett. Aline Francisco de Silva. Ladies rider. So I did see a few other ladies yesterday too. It's just fascinating seeing the ladies come out and race. Max S. Joanne Lee. Here's one here. Awesome, Joanne. Eddie Rice. Eddie's in the mix. Love seeing Eddie out doing his thing. Martin De Heer, Dutch rider. Andrew Sutton. Wow, this is a big group, guys. Little Chris, 3 watt per kilo race champion. Daryl Porter. Flavio Manea. Wow, what a group. Nelson DM. Lou Hopkinson. Guys, I'm going to have to go back to the front. Kev Steven. Kev, nice job, dude. Nice job. Stein Clow. Marcin. Stephen Elliott. Rich Wagstaff. Oh my. Ricardo Fernandez. Savadra. Sorry, man. Alan Jones. Angel Caron. Nacho Garcia. Josie Santos. Margaret Docking. I've seen Margaret before, probably a month and a half ago. Shane Blackmore. Chris Robert, Tony, Javier Plez. Guys, I got to go to the front. I'm sorry. I'm going to bounce back to some of those other riders later. Because these guys are going to be flying up that climb. And I want to get there with them. I thought I could cover them all in one shot. Not possible. Let's have a good look here. Still climbing. Yeah, we got a lot of climbs to do. So they're only 227 meters in. And like I told you, there's about 438 in total, I believe. Let's have a little coffee sip. I'm going to look at the chat here. Good evening. Yeah, Joel Noguera, folks, one of my other bros who loves my commentary, by the way, saying, I rode this earlier, brutal, 7 kilometers of climbing. Yeah, Gareth saying savage course this one. Yeah, everyone's saying 7 kilometer long climb. I love it. Oh yeah, Joel. Joel says this is just a warm up for Sunday. El Liminar, 1,000 meters of climbing. Guys, I watched a race way back when NSA, Golden Eagles. A Wednesday race, I do those too, 9:30 in the morning for me. And yeah, El Liminar, that's a real climb. It's a climb I'm not even aware of. But real climb in Colombia, absolutely brutal in places. Really, Alpe d'Huez is not that hard when you take a look at El Liminar. I think they're roughly around the same amount of climbing. It's just so steep, El Liminar. Very, very steep. And I think it's up. So what's the Alpe d'Huez? What is it? Is it 21 kilometers? No, it's less than that. Maybe it's 19 or 18 kilometers, but averaging 7%. El Liminar is steeper and way shorter. Look at this kick here with these two. Igor, Tomas, and Badr Clays. Max is there as well. So we got 4 on the front being chased by Pav Plus, and more plus. Plus is something I say when I'm trying to act like I'm all posh, folks. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we upgraded to first class. Yeah, we're plus. It's just something I say. It's something me and my dumb friends used to say all the time. Yeah, we're plus. We got our seats upgraded. Plus, bro. So I guess that's what Pav is. He's plus. He's coming right back to the group here. Okay, so Igor. Oh, wow. I just noticed it. Igor's off the front by himself. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't even see that go off. Igor's off the front by himself going 6 watts a kilo. Let's have a good look at him here, folks. Bigger rider, too. Bigger, more powerful rider. This guy's 80 kilos plus. Yes, dude. I like this. Just jamming the heart rate hard right now. He's 10.7 kilometers in. 180 beats per minute, folks. Yeah, definitely, he's got to be very close to 80 kilos, right? Yeah, okay, maybe a bit less. Sorry. Maybe a bit less. No, he looks right around there. 400 watts, he's just around 5.1, 5.2 watts per kilo. 80 kilogram rider. Who says you can't climb at 80 kilos? That's great, because I'm heavier than that. We got Max now. So we got the group of 4 hunters chasing him down. Igor, it's on you, bro. It's on you. Keep going. 13% gradient here, folks. Coffee sip. It's probably the 5th one of the day. I got to keep going. I'll have even more later. So it is currently here in Canada. It's 12:21. You won't be able to see that. I do it every time. That's another thing I do every time too. 12:21 afternoon. 3.5 hours from now, I do my group ride, different platform. And I'm fading by then already. So Kitty Cat had me up at midnight last night, crying. Brought her downstairs. She was crawling all over me. Out of bed at 4 a.m. Now she's sleeping all day as I'm up. So yeah, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 riders here. We got, we actually got 5. Here's Pav Plus. Pav Plus is sitting on the back. Hard name to say here. We're just going to use the last name Medin. Mattia Medin. Tomas Klosko. Strong rider here, folks. Watch out for this guy. Maxi Horning. Wouter Claes with the platinum blonde hair. And then Igor is just rolling away right now, folks. Just pinned at 180 beats per minute. Getting near the top, too. So, gonna guess we're gonna have a little bit more climbing later on in the course, so that could set up some other attacks. Let's just back up again. Raul Lopez. Once these guys get over the top and start bombing downhill, I'll probably start working my way back through the field. I'm trying to think about how I can do this to have multiple setups, maybe capture more footage. It's just very hard to do, folks. I'm working everything on one monitor right now. So obviously you need a second monitor. This little baby here is too weak. Cannot run MyWhoosh HD. Yeah, so this Sunday, guys, is going to be devastating. El Liminar, like, come on. That looks horrifying. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Any idea where Eddie and Gianluca? I'll take a look. Teammates, go Aku, go Wouter, go Dirk. Steve, keep those legs spinning. Great job, Wouter. Yeah, these guys are all doing great. Gianluca before, I thought was about in 29th place. Let's have a little look back. We're going to do a quick spin back. Juan Lopez here. Johan Moreno. So where's Johan right now? Okay, just working up with Torsten. Nice job here. And Carlos is just trailing them. Cy Bradley still in 14th with Jakob. So this to me shows earlier on Carlos was right behind Cy. So Carlos is working his way up right now. Cy still riding really strong here. 3.7 to 4 watts per kilo. I'm going to scroll down. Guys, if you ask questions, I'm going to give you an answer. So we're looking for Gianluca and Steven Cycles. Here's Jocks, Rusinik. I think I friended this guy on Facebook. He doesn't know me from a hole in the ground. Probably doesn't know about my channel. Yeah, but hey, dude, nice to meet you. Think he's from Quebec as well. Of course he is with that name. A lot of good cyclists there, folks. There's okay, Gianluca Gaspari. Check this out, dude. Who asked me that question? Who was that? I think it was Gareth. Gareth was asking, hey, Gareth, are you their teammate? I'm pretty sure you are. Steven Cycles and Gianluca, side by side here, folks. Look at this. 34th, Steven Cycles. 35th, Gianluca Gaspari. Love it. And Elton Judd cruising along with him. So Elton Judd, Ken Self is supporting him. We're going to back up a little bit more here so we can see. Here's James Ogilvy right here. Guys, I want to get a total count here if I can. So just bear with me as you hear the mouse going, doing its thing. Oh, yeah, that leaderboard. I wish we could lock the leaderboard somehow. See how it's doing that? It bounces me back every time. It's just the way it is. I just got to get used to it for you. 90 riders on board, folks. Stoic the Fast. John McCambridge, we saw him yesterday. Looks like he's a little bit stalled out there. Chris Robert Tonini. Javier Plaza Robledio. Josie Santos. So we've seen some of these riders already. Nacho Garcia. So I almost made it all the way to the back last time. Shane Blackmore from yesterday. Margaret Docking. Kev Steven. Kev rocking it out here. Angel Caron, Rich Wagspec, Alan Jones. Okay, folks, I know those guys are getting to the top now, and everyone's going to be screaming at me. Come on, pro commentator, why aren't you following those guys? Because I'm just kind of an amateur. Yeah, here we go, folks. Igor's already over the top. Ah, I see. Oh, some nice rollers here, too. And the other boys are over the top, so it's going to be flying downhill now, folks. Give me a chance to have another sip of coffee. We got one out front. Igor being very bold today. Heart rate's coming down slightly. It's not like he's letting off, though. Yep. Get a little bit of a rest here if you can, dude. That's what I'd be doing. You know, use the rollers, attack over the rollers, then catch your breath. Like he's doing right now, 2.4 watts a kilo. Good stuff. Now he needs to start ramping it up again. This is all common sense stuff here, folks. And he's ramping it up right again. You don't need to be a genius to figure this out. You need to be attacking up these rollers if you can. Obviously, you may get to a point where you got nothing left in the tank. I'm just saying this is good strategy. 6 watts a kilo up over this roller. 7 watts a kilo here, folks. Again, 80 kilogram rider here. Strong rider. I don't know him at all. Up this little 10% kick. He's over the top. Keep powering. Power, 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 power. Once you get your speed up, then you can back off. As he just did. He's on the steep descent now. Minus 9%. He dropped it right down. He's going to recover all the way down the hill now. See what's going on behind. Pad Plus leading Maxi, Wouter Clays, and Mattia. Probably ruining that. And Tomas. Tomas just sitting a little further back. Just catching a breather here. Is everyone going to attack up this thing? Tomas just more coasting here. Kind of losing some momentum too. Low power. I think Tomas is distracted. I've had this happen. He's very distracted right now. I can tell. I've seen this guy race before. He should be dropping 5-6 watts a kilo here. This is where, I swear, riders, when you see stuff like that happening and you know riders like this, that's when they were changing their music on their phone, right there. Like, tactical mistake right there. I've done it too. Led a group ride on, actually was involved in it was a group ride race on Monday. And I said out loud in the video, yeah, should be safe for me to jump into the chat here. Boom, dropped. It happens that quick. Take a look at Igor again. So Igor has almost a 1 minute lead right now. That number is going to change very quick though, folks, because of all the compression or, you know, as I like to do this, the accordioning of the race. It's kind of estimating it all the time based on their speeds. Who's doing this? Who's doing that? That's going to really change those times a lot. So Tomas here, getting into the tuck position. He's got some ground to make up now. I mean, he was right there with him. I do not think that he said, I can't take anymore, and just kind of threw his arms in the air. I think he got distracted doing something else. Okay. Let's have a little look here, folks. So Tomas is going downhill here. We got Jarno with Juan Lopera. These guys are recovering now down the hill. Let's have a look at everyone's heart rates, see if they're in the pain zone. Look at Tomas here, his heart rate, 117. That's because he was just chilling out before, doing something. Pad Plus, 0 heart rate, not alive. He's a robot. Wouter Clays, yeah, I've watched Wouter before too. His heart rate is really good. Igor, 171, pushing hard still. Just so you know, Igor, and no offense, dude, but I have a dog named Igor. He lives outside. He's one of my older sled dogs. He's still with me. Yeah, if you guys don't know, and a lot of you don't know me here, up until 2018, I had a full team of sled dogs out there. And when I say team, I was legit, folks. All in Emerson, all in Colin. Yeah, when I got out of dogs in the spring of 2018, I had 52 dogs out there. 50 of them left, 2 stayed. It wasn't like 6 or 8 dogs I had living in my backyard. 52 dogs. Obviously, I live way in the country. I have 25 acres of land. I just train my dogs all through the countryside. I go racing across Western Canada. Check out these little cool tents over here on the left-hand side. Little orange tents. Oh, and the right too. Little campground here in the canyon. So yeah, Igor is putting on quite the show here right now, folks. Wouter Clays. There he is. There he is. So we do have some rollers here. We don't have a lot of climbing left. You can see the climb coming in the distance. 13 kilometers left in the race. Let's bounce back, see our group. So we got a group of like 4 or 5 riders chasing. Pav Plus not being able to hold on to these boys. We got Hummers racing over in the left-hand side. Tomas Klausko. Yeah, yesterday he was right there. So, anyways, that's just the way it is today, folks. I think he got distracted and now is just riding. On the flats here, Raul Lopez is with Yarno, 7th, 8th, and Juan Lopera in 9th. Bouncing back 20 seconds, we got Torsten, Tim Moore, hey Tim, and Johan Moreno. I think Johan was probably the first rider on here I talked to. Outside of Eddie, folks. So yeah, I chat with Johan all the time now. We got Jakob coming up next with Sai. So Sai still in 14th place. Great job. And check this out. Carlos is back in 15th now. I swear earlier on they flip-flop places. So maybe Sai bombed the downhill better there. So there's 2 up ahead. Tim and Sai, and looks like Jakob here. So these 2 should be able to work together. Carlos is probably trying to find a way to bridge on. He's a pro at that. I've seen him come back so many times. Guys, I've watched so much community racing and done so many videos already. Go check them all out. You know, when you're bored one afternoon, maybe you need to fall asleep. Go on back, head over to Inside Cycling World, and start watching my videos. Thank you. Jürgen Van Berg. So Jürgen's here today, but Ingmar's not. I still don't know if they're related, but they were both in the race yesterday. Could be just a very common name. Oh, dude, yes. I like that one. It's so fun, man. I love doing this. We're in the chat here. I'm just kind of doing it goofy today. Great job, Wouter. Moon Riders. Yep. Good afternoon from Penelope. Hey, Penelope. Good to see you. Graham's saying to Alistair, tuck into the frame and fly, big bro. Fly, big bro. Aku. Let's just see. So we got our 2 up front, Sai and Jakob. Then we got Carlos. He can see them. He just can't pull them back. Sitting at 5 to 6 seconds, just hovering the whole way. Jorgen Van Bers with Aku, bouncing back to Nick. I need an English friend here to tell me how to pronounce that last name. I'm thinking it's like Nick Green Ha or something like that. Ha. So one of my British friends give me some help here. Spell that out for me phonetically, please. We got Michael. Dirk. Someone was cheering. It was Bjorn that was cheering on Dirk earlier. So Bjorn is cheering on Aku, Wouter, and Dirk. And you know, let me have a look at this here. Dirk is Belgian. And actually, isn't Wouter Belgian too? But Aku's not. It's a Pav Plus. Wouter's Belgian. Igor still at the front. How is he holding this 44-second gap? Heart rate just flying, 176. Max further back, 153. Wouter, 164. So these guys are all pushing, you know, they're strong here. 4.5, 5 watts a kilo all the way. Igor is just putting in a massive dig here, a massive time trial to get away. 5.2 watts a kilo still. 80 kilogram rider, strongman. There's Pad Plus. I'm actually looking for Aku right now. Actually, let's just mount. There's Raul with Yarno and Juan Lopera. So that's still the same. Tomas, yeah, he's back on it now. He's hooked up with Torsten and Tim Moore and Johan. Maybe he was waiting for them. You know what? He probably was. They're teammates. So Johan and Tomas are teammates. Is Torsten on the same team? That's why they're all wearing the same kit. Bjorn says, we're all moon riders. Nations doesn't count. You got that right, Bjorn. Okay, thank you, Gareth. Thank you, dude. He's saying Greenhall. Greenhall. It's just Greenhall. Don't pronounce the GH at the end. Joel's asking, did you take part in the trail sled dog race with your dogs in Canada? Are you thinking I did a rod? So I've been to Iditarod with the guy that got me started in dogs, Torsten, yeah. Torsten's just saying, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit loosey-goosey here. Better stretch it out. Stretch it out, folks. We're at 21 kilometers. So these three here, yeah, this makes sense now. They want to group up, finish together. I got to figure out the standings better. Torsten, Tomas, Johan, our teammates, they're all rocking the Pontani look today. The legend Pontani. And look at this. They're coming back on people ahead of them. It's a 3-man time trial back here. These three teammates, 5 watts. Remember Tomas before? Doing nothing? He wasn't doing nothing. He was waiting for his teammates. He was going cruisy. He was changing the music. He was getting the playlist ready, folks. He said, enough of ABBA. I need some Guns N' Roses now to take me down to Paradise City. So we got 3 teammates here. Tim's in the mix too. Tim, another very strong rider, so he fits in really good with these guys. We're going to catch another 3 riders here. Juan Lopera, Jarno Pick, and Raul Lopez. Looks like Raul might be trying to get away. I think it's going to be all swallowed up here right away. Back to Pav Plus Solo. Then we've got Maxi, Mattia, and Wouter Claes. 46-second gap, straight up to Igor. Power's just come down a tiny bit. That might just be where we caught him, but let's have a good look here. Yeah, Joel, so first to Bjorn. Bjorn, I think Moonriders is with Roy Neild. I know Roy. Do I want to say I know him well? Yeah, of course I want to say I know him well. If you're chit-chatting on Messenger with me, I know you well. Roy told me he had 2 teams here, and I think they were Moonriders teams. Let me know if that's correct. Joel Noguera. So yeah, I did a rod. So I met a dude in 1997. I was just finishing university, geologist, and out in Alberta, he was the first guy in the Alberta area to do the Iditarod. He did it in 96. I called him up. I harassed him. I stalked him. He just happened to be a geologist as well. So after about, 7 or 8 phone calls, he goes, finally, okay, come on out, dude. And basically, he told me later, he was like, if the dogs like you, I like you. So yeah, I basically showed up, went out into the middle of the bush with him, and we trained dogs. So we'd work all day, me and him downtown in Calgary. He'd go home, I'd show up there. We'd load dogs up in his dog trailer. We'd head out into the woods. We'd train dogs in the pitch black. In what felt like the middle of nowhere, but it really wasn't. But still kind of spooky at night. Like you wouldn't want to be out there by yourself at night. Yeah, we trained dogs. So I went to Iditarod with him in 1998. So done that drive up to Alaska. Here's something really cool to know. Joel's from the east side of Canada. I'm from the west side. We're bros. And it's a huge separation, folks. Even from the west side of Canada. Because I remember at the time, his wife Jane, my friend's name is Rob Kars, first Albertan to finish the Iditarod, 1996. Look it up, folks. And his wife said, hey, Colin, do you want to go on this big adventure with Rob? And I'm like, well, what's that? Do the drive with him up to Alaska. So I was kind of like, yeah, Roy the Rocket is a legend. Yes, he is. Roy the Rocket is a legend. I know all about him. So Bjorn, I know your teams. And that's right, Moonriders, nations don't count. It's everyone. So yeah, I was thinking, and I would have done whatever it took on that trip. I was so into dogs at the time. I gave up my every evening, every weekend to go train those dogs. That's the way you got to be, folks, with all your hobbies. I've mentioned it before, all in or nothing. We're 6 kilometers to the finish here as I tell you the story. The guys behind, the 3 behind are still sitting solid. 43 seconds back. Pav still solo. The team time trial of Tomas. Okay, the team is Tomas, Torsten, and Johan. Here's Johan. And they picked up Jarno, Tim, Raul. Yeah, okay, and Jarno. Okay, so let's watch these guys for a bit. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to do this drive with you. So we load all the dogs up, all the equipment. You got one of those dog trailers with the dogs. You know, they can kind of see their little heads sticking out. I never let my dogs stick their heads out because you could have a rock get winged up off the road, right? Yeah, like you don't want your dogs to get hurt. They're super safe and warm in that box. The box is small for a reason. It just keeps all the heat in. So sometimes you double up dogs. Some dogs don't want to travel with other dogs. Anyways, long story short, Joel's from one side of Canada. I'm on the other side. Even from where I live, it's more than 3 full days of driving to get to Anchorage, Alaska from here. That's how far it is from here. And I would have thought it would have been like, a long day, we'll be there. Nope, 3 days. 3 like 10-hour days of driving. We're not talking driving 4 hours and then just shutting her down. It'd be like drive for 4 hours, stop, let the dogs out. They go on little chains about this long along the trailer. You just clip them on. They do their business, feed, water, whatever you need to do at that time of day. Load them all back up, clean everything up, keep driving. So yeah, 3-day drive from Alberta, Canada, where I am in Calgary, up to Anchorage. So yeah, long story short, Joel, I have been to Iditarod. Have not raced it myself though, but I did do a lot of distance racing around Alberta, British Columbia, northern Saskatchewan, and after a while, I kind of transitioned my team out and I went into sprint racing. And again, did all the kind of same race circuit, just really a lot shorter distances, but fast. I think I prefer distance. I prefer distance in a sense just that every dog could do it. So that's hard to explain really. After a while, all the dogs are doing the same speed, roughly. But a sprint team, it's all out. Run what you brung, the fastest dogs possible. So if, let's say you're running an 8-dog team, and 7 of your dogs can run 20 miles an hour, because they could. And they could do that for like 8 miles. And your 8th dog can only run 19 miles an hour. That dog cannot be on the team because he's too slow, and he will slow the rest down. It's such a short event, you just can't do it. It'd be the same as like a 4 by, the kilo. Like you can't have that one dog or that one person slowing you down, so you got to match your teams. Whereas distance dogs, you could have dogs that had weird gaits, that ran half sideways. They ran because they wanted to run, and you didn't need to be going 20 miles an hour. When you look at like traveling times, you might be doing 8-10 miles an hour. It's not fast, but you're doing it for like 8, 9, 10 hours straight. Yeah, massive logistics. That's right, Joel. And Joel loves dogs. Yes, Joel. Dude, I love them too. I really wish I watched my friends do it. I think I mentioned in one of the videos a couple days ago. So Igor's up front, 40 seconds back. We got Wouter, Maxi, German rider. We got a Belgian German. And is this Slovenia? Not sure. Sorry if I'm wrong. I know those flags are all very similar to me. Pav Plus still sitting solo. The team time trial team here, Tomas, Torsten, and Johan, mixed in with Juan Lopera, Raul Lopez, Tim Moore, and Jarno, are slowly bringing back Pav Plus. So here's Tim, second, and Johan sitting on the back. Size moved up. Well, he's still with Jakob, so technically, they're probably still 13th and 14th. They've actually pulled away from Carlos now. Carlos, I think, has been caught by others. Carlos is now with Jorgen van Bers and Aku. Here's that Aku, another Moonrider right here. We got another Moonrider right here, folks. Moonrider alert. I love it. We got Michael, Tony Martin. Lots of groups here, folks. We're going to have some really nice sprint finishes, so stick around for all that, folks. Stick around for all that. Cyclo Sapiens here. Here's Jocks. I'm going to go back and look for my crew. Here's Nick Greenhall. How about we just have an H-A-L-L? Why can't we do that, Nick? I'm just bugging you, dude. Just bugging you. Having some fun here. So yeah, don't pronounce the G-H on the end of the H-A-L. So it's like every time I see that, I'm like, well, why have the G-H then? Whatever. Here he is, Juan Luca. And where is my Steven Cycles? Here's James. Now, before, here he is. Okay, so we got Steven. Steven is currently with Marion and James Ogilvy right here. So here's Jim. Here's Steve. They're riding together. It looks like Juan Luca has moved up a little bit. Yeah, he's moved up. Further up the road. Okay, I see it. So he's at 23.9 kilometers. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 23.9 kilometers here. And back to Steven Cycles, he's at 23.5. So 400 meter separation here, folks. Just forming into the groups. Kevin Hobbs, Andrew Street, Lawrence, Deneve. Guys, I got to hang at the front because, yeah, it's going to get crazy right away. Trying to get up there as quick as I can right now. Here's Igor again. Just rolling thunder, folks. Does anyone in the chat know Igor Kops? I'd love to know more about him. Okay, thank you, Gareth. Yes to the Slovenian flag column. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to see, right? I'm looking. Actually, what's funny here, too, look at this. Igor, Slovenian. Matija, Slovenian then. We got 1-2 Slovenians. Are you kidding me? Wow. Team Slovenia, right? Good job, dudes. I mean, Rojelik, do I need to say Taddy's name? What's Mahorik, Matty Mahorik? I love that guy. Guys, you ever see that YouTube where it shows him talking after a race and he's almost crying? Oh man, that is such a good video. It's such a good interview. I think there was 3 or 4 of them going to the finish. Oh, and who was it? Ben O'Connor was there trying to lead out the sprint. No chance. And yeah, it was such a cool interview. I love that guy, Matty Mahoric. Love him. And so, yeah, just a powerhouse of cycling right now. It's like they've really focused on it. And, you know, some people are like, well, why are they so good when they're all coming from there? Ooh, let's make a conspiracy out of it. Quite a few years back, the UK didn't really have much going on for cycling. And then they developed it. They developed it, folks, and there's so many good cyclists coming out of the UK right now. I guess it's whatever the country decides to put their money into. Okay, yeah, thanks for all the comments, guys. I love it. Love it. So yeah, Igor is just kind of walking away with this one now, folks. Just jamming it down their throats. We're currently 800 meters to the finish. Igor, like I'm saying, he's just jamming here. 5.6 watts per kilo. Okay, Bjorn, thank you very much, dude. Kops is a well-known online rider, really strong. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Bjorn, did you ride the earlier slot? I was going to do the 8 o'clock slot this morning because there's another race I wanted to cover today, another platform, but I'm going to stick with this for now. Here we go, folks, 400 meters. Let's get a look at what the finishing barrier looks like. I can see it on the mini map right now, a little yellow thing. I'm also going to make sure that, okay, yeah, I did okay today. My camera wasn't that bad today. Igor, strong. Ooh, the boys behind are pushing. Now, the boys behind are now becoming frenemies. So here comes Igor to the finish, finishing super strong here. First place. Flash pots going off, confetti flying around everywhere. But check this out. Maxi's on the attacks, folks. They were friends. Now they're enemies. They're frenemies. Here we go. Maxi wants a second place as German rider. Wouter, I think, is just going to let him go here. I'm not going to see 14, 15 watts out of Wouter, or am I? Looks like he's putting in a bit of a dig now. I think he's keeping Matija at bay. So yeah, we're going to have Maxi in second, Wouter Clays in third, and then Matija Medden is going to finish in fourth. Obviously just chilling out now, getting through to the end. Okay, great job, guys. So top 4 are in. We're going to bounce back to Pav Plus and leaving Pav Plus. Heading back to the action here, folks. Pav Plus is going to finish solo anyways, and probably she gone, as I like to say. If you don't know what I said there, I said she gone. It's just something I like to say all the time. Like, what happened to the she gone? It's just something me and my buddies like to say. So we got Raul Lopez here, Johan, Torsten, Tim. Yeah, we got 3 riders off the same team here. Are they all still here? Yes, they are. They're all still here, folks. Guys, see what I'm saying here right now? I'm just requesting, I'm requesting that I could move this. I want to move that up, or I want to move it down. How about down? How about down? Look at this. Ooh, yeah, who's off the front? Torsten? Jarno! Jarno is hammering, folks. 5 watts a kilo here. Torsten's pursuing now. Ooh, they're coming back strong, folks. Jarno might have went too early here. We're 400 meters out. I think he's going to be caught in just the last couple hundred meters. Ooh, yeah, they're on him now. 10 meters behind him. Let's go, boys. Here's Raul. Raul's leading the charge. It is so close here now. Jarno is digging all the way. Here they come. Here comes the thunder, folks. Here comes the thunder of Juan Lopera. Yes, dude. He kicked to 11 watts a kilo and gone. 5th place, Juan Lopera. Raul Lopez. Tim Moore. Tomas Klosko, Johan Moreno, and Torsten Holst with Jarno. Poor Jarno led that whole thing out. And in the end, oh no, he didn't. He actually got 11th. The only one he stayed away from was Torsten there. Great job, guys. Great job. Love it. Let me get down through the field here. We got Jakob coming in. So yeah, these guys are all done here. Jakob's coming next. Jakob was with Sai before. Where's Sai? Okay, things are changing all the time here. Look at this. Carlos is back. So I think that group that Carlos was in from behind has caught Sai and Jakob. I think that's what happened. Yeah, Sai went out the back. Jakob managed to hang with these guys. I think that's what happened there. Because before, Jakob and Sai were hanging out in 13th and 14th place together. Now don't get confused with this board on the right-hand side. Those are the riders that are currently still out on screen, on course. Some riders will do the right and just jump off. They gotta go make supper. That's what I gotta do later today. You kidding me? Okay, so Jakob here coming around the final bend. Nice lead over the other riders. So I'm positive Jakob was with Sai earlier. Jakob hung on. He must have put an attack somewhere to get away from Sai, and the other ones kind of swooped up on them. And I think that was partly Carlos Morato. There was a 25-second gap for a while. Wow. Must have been the reinforcements that came up. Carlos jumped on board with them, helped them reel Sai, and almost get Jakob back too. Jakob is going to get 13th place. Let's jump back to Carlos here. Aku. Who's going? Is that Sai going? It's Sai Bradley going, folks. He's back in the racing scene. He's lean, he's mean. But Aku here drops 14 watts per kilo. Comes over the left-hand side. I think Sai's going to hang on for 14th place here. Jorgen van Bers, 15th. Carlos Morato, 16th. Oh, sorry, folks. I missed one rider there. So Jakob took 13th. Aku, 14th. Sai almost got 14th. He got 15th place. Jorgen van Bers, 16th, and we got Carlos Morato in 17th. Tony Martin Lake coming around this bend here with Greg and Michael. I think, ooh, no. Hang on, folks. We got Dirk coming in. Dirk, Tony, and Greg coming in here. Oh, yeah, my apologies. Michael, Tony, and Chima. Yeah, I keep screwing that up. I apologize. I'm losing track here. We got Dirk coming in right now, Michael, and then Tony Martin Lake. Let's see if that worked out right. Tony Martin, yeah, Dirk, Michael, Tony Martin Lake. Okay. I keep looking at the guys here, and some of them are actually gone. Here comes Greg now. Greg's coming in, 400 meters to go with Chima. So these are the two groups I was getting mixed up there. Wow. I think these are both teammates of the three teammates that finished ahead. Torsten, Johan, and Tomas. So these are the other two members. I know all these guys. By know, I've watched them race a ton of times. And I've chatted with a few of them. So great job here. These two are teammates. They're not going to sprint it out against each other. Nice, easy finish. Look at them. Full pro here, guys. Full pro. Love it. Yeah, wow. Awesome stuff, guys. Okay, I'm glad I clued into what the uniforms were. The jerseys. Looks like Tomas Humeni here is going for it. Wow, that's a strong team. Chima, Greg, Johan, Torsten, and Tomas. That's a very strong team, folks. I will take a few minutes tonight and have a good look at the standings. So Tomas is going for it. Cyclosapiens is chasing, though. And Jose Sanz. This may be stretched out just enough now that Cyclosapiens won't be able to catch Tomas. Tomas has a pretty good gap here. 400 meters still to go. 2-second gap. Still riding nice and strong. Jose digging now. Jose digging now. Jose was the third rider there. I could see him gaining on cycle. Will he get over the shoulder here of Tomas? He's trying. He's trying. Look at this, folks. Tomas, he's just running out of gas at the finish line here. Look at this, folks. Come on, Jose. I think he got him. I think Jose just took that from Tomas. Followed up with Cyclosapiens. Yeah, Jose just got it. And next will be Tomas. Coming in next will be Cyclosapiens will cross. Jacques Rusinik coming in next. Hey, Jacques. Good to see you, job. Nice job. That will be for 26th place for Jacques. Then we got, trying to watch the leaderboard here too. 26th place for Jacques. 27th, Robert Hartwig from Germany. Oh, sprinting again, Stefan Willenbrink, Florian Henkelman. I'm missing this. Eder Cavallero. Okay, so 3 riders were just crossing the finish line there up to, I think it'll be 30th place. I don't see Cavallero showing up yet on the leaderboard. There he is now. Just popped in. Tim Wolf coming in next, 31st place. Nick Greenhall. Not Green, ha, as I like to say. Just having fun, guys. Just having fun. No offense, Nick. So we got Nick coming in next with Elton Judd here. Who's going to light it up here, folks? Who is going to light it up here? Looks like they're both getting a little bit rammy, aren't they? Aussie versus the Englander. Elton's going for it. Elton's going for it. 5, 6, 7 watts. 8.5 watts a kilo there. Nice job. Nick's not letting off here. 5 watts a kilo. Just keeping yours at bay. And Andrew Pennington. Gianluca Gaspari coming. Guys, so many riders coming now. So we just had Elton Judd, Nick Greenhall, Joris Scheppers, Andrew Pennington come in. Next, we got Gianluca Gaspari, chased by his teammate, Steven Cycles. JL Miguelez. I haven't seen this rider yet. I'm probably going to see a lot of riders at the end that I haven't seen their names yet, just because I didn't spend a lot of time back there yet. Steven Cycles hanging on here. So Gianluca's crossed. Give me that on the leaderboard. So Gianluca should have 36th place, I believe. I can't see it. There it is now. Steven Cycles. Oh, Jim's coming. James Ogilvy coming in. Wants this position. JL Miguelez. That's hard for me to say. And Steven Cycles will be 37th, 38th, and 39th place. Marion's coming in next, right on their heels, 40th place. Marion Marisac. Next we got Roberto Diaz, a Spanish rider here, riding solo. No one near him right now. Okay, so we know Roberto. Hey, Roberto, nice to meet you, dude. Will get 41st place. There's no one near him. We're going to have to bounce back 49 seconds to Adrian Osborne. Okay, so we got Adrian Osborne here with John Maruri. Just going to check stuff out here. John Maruri and looks like Lawrence Deneve, Alan Robinson. Yeah, so we got a group of 4 coming in next. Actually, maybe 5. Oops, sorry, folks. Doing it again. I'm doing it again. Here we go. I went back too far. Yeah, sometimes you'll click on a rider and the leaderboard just moves, or 3 guys drop out. The guy you click on is across the finish line and other riders disappear. So that's a little bit, you got to get used to that. Here we come, folks. Adrian Osborne, John Maruri. Who's going to light it up the most here? Oh, yeah. Here we go, folks. Alan Robinson, 6 watts a kilo. They're going in, folks. Alan at the front right now, driving hard for 42nd place. Lawrence Deneve right there, too, though. Adrian Robinson, John Maruri. Let's go, boys. So in that one there, it was Lawrence that got it, actually. 42nd, 43rd was Alan. 44th, Adrian Osborne. 45th, John Maruri. Next, Kevin Hobbs is coming. Kevin Hobbs, PCC. I'm assuming that's the name of a team. He will be getting 46th place. He knows he's got a big gap back to Andre here. You can just see Kevin Hobbs just at the road finishing. Next, we got Andre and Andrew Street coming in together. Andrew pushing hard now. Getting out to 4 watts a kilo. Coming over Andre's shoulder. I think Andre said, that's enough for me. I don't want to contest this position. Just getting into recovery mode. Nelson DM. Another Spanish rider here. Looks like that rider is going to get... We're waiting for the leaderboard to light. Okay, there we go. Andre's been lit up. Andrew and Andre finishing. Nelson DM will come in next for 49th. Ooh, that battery's dying. Laptop battery dying. Okay, so shut that down. Yeah, so Nelson DM is going to get 49th. We're going to bounce back to Paul Evans. You can see Nelson just up the road there. Helder Costa. Yeah, so I imagine we're going to have a lot of these gaps now like this. Having said that, though, we got something going on here. Dan Jennings is just leading out Bram van den Brink, and Paul Danvers, and JV Dobbin. 4 riders stretching it out here. Let's keep an eye on this guy, Paul Danvers here. Paul Danvers is looking racy, folks. Looking racy here to me. Look at him go, folks. It's Paul Danvers and Bram going to the front here. Is Dan Jennings going to be... I think he's slipped a little bit too far back. It's between Paul and Bram here. Bram just holding him off 5 watts kilo. Paul's coming hard at almost 7 watts kilo. He might catch him right at the finish line here. I don't think he did, but very, very close, boys. Very, very close. Dan Jennings finishes. JV Dobbins finishes. Next, we got Adrian Gorchocki. Will finish solo in 56th place. So here's Adrian, Polish rider. Gaps between front and back. It's 18 seconds back to Max. Let's jump back to Max here. This gives me a chance to work my way down through the board. We got Max here, riding at 3 watts a kilo, 75 kilo rider maybe. Sorry, no, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my brain's dead right now, folks. Brain's dead. So yeah, riding solo again. So we got Adrian here, finishing solo. This is why I'm doing this. Max, riding solo, got their position locked. Bouncing back to Pedro. I'm looking for the close gaps now. Looks like Pedro's going to finish solo, but check this out. We got Oliver and Adrian here. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Oliver's pushing now. Yep, decided, well, I just move forward a little bit here and then kind of just let off just to see what Adrian's going to do at this point. Adrian following. Can Oliver get away here? There is a little bit of a bump. We're just actually descending downhill a tiny bit here, but I think we bump quickly. Or maybe that's just past. That's probably just actually past the finish line. Looking at the profile here. Here comes Adrian coming back, folks. Adrian's coming back on Oliver right now. In the draft, side by side. This is like a 2-up duel right here, folks. They're going to pull up side by side of each other, take a look at each other in their cars. Bam, bam, bam. And then they take off. You know, YouTube street racing videos that I like to watch. Never watch those. Oh yeah, here we go. Oliver, 5 watts kill. Adrian coming back with 7 here. Just gets a lead. Oliver's counting at 7. Let's go, boys. Adrian, just the momentum there, got ahead of Oliver. We're talking 59th and 60th place there, folks. Ricardo coming next. Ricardo Fernandez Saavedra. That second A catches me. Saavedra. Great job, dude. Spanish rider here. Antoine Leon coming in with Steen. Dude, I just missed you. I'm sorry, man. Alistair finished 2. Okay, sorry, guys. Aline Francisco. Pierre Zonta. Eddie Rice, guys. Oh, man. Okay, I really need to up my game for the next one after this, folks. So, yeah. Okay, so we got Lou coming in next, but I just basically missed the finish of Alistair, Aline Francisco da Silva, Eddie Rice, Pierre Zonta, Antoine Leon. I think I just caught Steen, and Ricardo was ahead. I spent my time trying to pronounce Ricardo's name, and I missed 6 riders finish. Thanks there, Colin. Yeah. So Lou Hopkins coming in next. And check this out. Little Chris is coming with Joanne Lee here. Awesome. Who says there's not enough ladies out here? We need more ladies. Ladies, just get racing. Just get racing. I always like to say this. You don't need a special invite. Jump on in. Look at this. Joanne's pushing ahead of little Chris here. Great job, Joanne. I don't know who this lady is, but great job. Riding 4.5 watts a kilo here, folks. Little Chris is going to counter with a sprint finish. He just took a spot back at the finish. Nice battle by these two. So awesome seeing Joanne push to the front, drop some watts. Little Chris just had the sprint in reserve that got his spot back. 69th and 70th place. 71st is going to be Andrew Sutton. Breathe, Colin. Back to Stephen Elliott here. Oh, and Trek Checkpoint SL5. Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on 2 different leaderboards here. Watching the phone, looking at that laptop, now closed, but still, I want to look at it. Trek Checkpoint coming in, looks like 71st place. Yeah, see that? Really cool battle. So Andrew Sutton's just finished up ahead. I thought that was a fun little battle between little Chris and Joanne there. 69 and 70th place, folks. I can get just as excited about that as I can about first and second. I'm serious. Like, so much fun. So Trek checkpoint. Stephen Elliott's coming hard now, trying to get up there. So these two will be, looks like 72nd and 73rd place. Yeah, like, guys, I keep saying it. I'm going to just pound this down your throats. Community racing, these battles I see back here are so much fun. They're just at a different level, but they're both at the same level, so it's just as exciting. It's like watching, I don't know, two F1 cars battle it out versus two, I don't know, 1979 Trans Ams. It's still fun. So, you know what I'm saying? They're both fast, just different fast. 4 riders coming in here now. Alan Jones, Rich Wagstaff, Marcin, and Martin de Heer. Woo! So it looks like, I think Marcin got 74th, 75th Rich Wagstaff, 76th Alan Jones, 77th Martin. Now I'm trying to jump back to Nacho here, who should be 78th. I can see I've got a minute back to Daryl. This is how I'm doing it. I'm constantly looking at the gaps, looking over here, checking the leaderboard, trying to figure out where I need to be when. So yeah, Nacho Garcia. Love the name, dude. Love the name. Need some nachos right now. So Nacho will be finishing in 78th place. Is that your real name, dude? Is your real name Nacho? If it is, I love it. 78th place, Nacho. Minute back, we're back to Daryl Porter, UK rider here, with Shane Blackmore and Margaret Docking. So I remember seeing Margaret. Where did I see Margaret? For some reason, I think it was on one of the Columbia courses. Like way back when I was first doing coverage with OTR Virtual events. Hey, Jim. Don't forget, Jim. Guys, Jim puts all the stuff together. He, sets up the schedules, organizes the entire event. There's a lot of work in the background. So Nacho's done. Great job, Nacho. Daryl Porter coming next. We're on the finishing band here. So yeah, guys, just remember the organizers that put stuff on for you. That's a lot of work, man. I know it is. Rohei right there, folks. Get your gear. Check out the website. There might be a code right now, too, from Eddie. So check it out, folks. Rohei is providing all the jerseys, GC, sprint, climbing, and I think teams. I always say think because I don't want Eddie having to spend too much cash here, folks. Anyway, very generous in his contribution to the Tour du Monde. Daryl Porter's just finished up, folks, 79th place. Then we got Margaret Docking and Shane coming in next year. So let's check this battle out, folks. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. Further back, we're going to see different types of battles, but they're still battles. I've done, again, I'll just keep saying it, guys. I've done hundreds of race videos, hundreds of them in the last couple of years. Probably in the last year and a half, maybe. And I see battles for 62nd and 63rd where they're ready to kill each other. And I'm like, you guys aren't even in the points. But they're still ready to kill. So yeah, Shane here, Margaret. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Margaret at a Columbia course, I think. Yeah, I'd have to look back. Probably have to go back through the MyWhoosh info. Check that out, folks. You'll find all the standings there. It doesn't show all the events. I wish it would. But a lot of the events show up on there. So at some point, we need to get all the events in there. I'd love to see that. Looks like the last final bend's coming up here, folks. Camels on the right-hand side of the road. I don't know if you saw them there. Let me just turn that off for now. You get a better view. Awesome stuff. So Shane and Margaret coming into the finish here. Are they going to duel it out together? We're 400 meters out. Kev Stevens coming up next too, folks. Okay, they're going into the finish here. Really, 2.3. Shane's just maybe he's just doing some kind of weird gear change there. He's dropped down to 0.5 watts a kilo. This might be pretty cruisy. And again, something I would kind of do. If they've ridden together for a long time, you'd be like, well, what's the point of killing each other over one spot? But sometimes they light it up. Shane's just making sure here. Okay, so they're through. We've got 79th and 80th. 80th and 81st place finished. Kev Steven coming around the last bend. Great job, Kev. Then we've only got a few riders left out there, I believe. So it looks like Jakub... Ooh, we lost a rider at the shoe. Jakub Majewski, we lost. He's stuck at 19.1 kilometers. Watching Kev Steven come to the finish here. Should be for 82nd position. And I'm going to see different people every day. So my goal is to jump to different time slots. So I've done the... guys, it's hard for me with the times. Ooh, what would it be? So Kev Steven's done here. So this is the 1900. So we bounced back about 2.5 kilometers here. This is the 1900 GMT time. There's an event before that, which is the, what would it be? 1500? I've done that one as well. That ends up being 8 o'clock in the morning for me. I think that's the UAE time slot. There's a 4-hour time difference. So I can do one event that starts at 8. The next event starts at noon. So this is the noon slot for me. But what's really cool about it too is that I was like, okay, I'm going to see all these different people. Some are the same, some are different because people are riding different time slots to fit their schedule. So the hardest one for me to do is going to be the Australian one because I think it goes off at like 1 o'clock in the morning for me or something like that. So it's possible. We'll see. Try my best. I should be looking at all the time slot. Yeah, I'll do that after this. I'll look at the results on MyWhoosh info and see how populated those are. If there's like 50 and 60 riders, it's totally worth it for me to do that 1 o'clock in the morning graveyard shift, as we call it here. Working the graveyard shift, folks. I don't know if you guys call it that either, but that's the overnight shift. John McCambridge here, Irish rider. Saw him yesterday. Chris Robert Tonini, new name to me, Brazilian rider. Again, another Brazilian. And so he's at 28.6 kilometers. And our last rider out there, Stoik, the fast Scottish rider, looks like they're just, more chilled out today. 1.2 watts per kilo here. They're at kilometer 24. So what I'll probably do here is, let's see what we got left. So Kev's done. John McCambridge. Oop, little pop in here, folks. Pop in. There we go. John McCambridge. So I think everyone's going to finish in these positions. Almost positive with that. We've only got John McCambridge, Chris Robert Tonini, and Stoik the Fast out there. What I'm going to do is let them finish that way. They will be 83rd, 84th, and 85th position. I'm going to jump to my chat, see if anything else is going on here. Oh, let me have a look here. Okay, Chainbreaker. Hey, Chainbreaker, is this Tuden of the Muckers fame? I think it is, isn't it? He likes to train at night, folks. Disturbs his neighbors. Tuden, let me know if that's you. If it is, Chainbreaker, you need to ride on Sunday Race Club on MyWhoosh. You need 2 power sources. That's the basics. First off, you need to do a power passport, which would basically kind of benchmark your power so that MyWhoosh can go, okay, this guy is a legit 300 watt rider for 20 minutes, or he's a 350 watt rider, or he's a 250. They just want to know where that is. Secondly, so you do your power passport, you need a second power source. So you've got your trainer. Your trainer's got to be approved, so it's got to be super accurate. So they've got a list of models you can use. I think there's about 6 of them. And then you need a second power source, pedals, crank arm, whatever you got. I got none, so I'm not doing that. And third, they do a weigh-in too. And I think the weigh-in rules are different for everyone. Like if you're just starting out, it'll be like 1 weigh-in. If you're like the top of Cat 1, you might be weighing in every race because it's that serious at the top. Yep, Graham, you're right. Alistair, a nice finish there too. I just caught the back end of it. Paul Danvers, good ride, folks, and smooth comedy ride to you. Hearing what the action at the front looked like. Hey, Paul, thank you very much, dude. Thank you. So yeah, Chainbreaker, you could if you're up there winning. Definitely. If you go to MyWhoosh info, I'm not sure if it's all been updated. They just changed all of the payout structure on Sunday Race Club. They're paying down to the top 10 in each category. There used to be 4 categories. Now there's 6. They're also paying down the teams more. So instead of it paying down to the top 5 teams, now it plays down to the top 7 teams. Ladies get paid the same, folks, in each category. So obviously, I think the way it works is Cat 1's going to get the most. And descending. Makes sense to me. The ladies are going to get the same descending in their respective things. So they're being totally fair about it. Ladies, get racing. Get racing. There's prize money waiting for you. Just get racing. So I think when you start out, like, my understanding is if I wanted to race on MyWhoosh, do the power passport, whatever my numbers are, dual power, weigh myself, I would start in Cat 6. They have this dynamic thing where they're constantly adjusting you. So when you show up and drop 400 watts for 20 minutes, whoever this may be I'm talking about, they're going to say, oh, dude, you're like a Cat 2 rider. And they're going to bump you up. I mean, I don't think it would happen that quick. They'd probably bump you up one at a time and go, oh, yeah, okay, this guy's pretty fast. So they'll tell you you're getting moved up or you're getting moved down. If you go to MyWhoosh info and you on the left-hand side, you're going to see Sunday Race Club, SRC. They'll show you all the movements. People are constantly moving around. And that's just training, times of the year, fitness levels, conditioning. Things are kind of constantly changing. Okay, riders, what time are we looking at here? 1:16. I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes already. Boom, that's how we do, folks, over here. That's stage 3, Tour du Monde, completed over on MyWhoosh. Presented to you by OTR Virtual Events and Rohe. Don't forget that. Check out the website, folks. We're on a day off tomorrow. So we go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's day off. I think we race Saturday, Sunday, with Sunday being the Lungbuster, El Liminar. Is it really this Sunday? Oh my. Yeah, no thanks. I've seen it before. I know the course very well because I watched the whole thing. Anyways, riders, I'm jumping. I got more recordings to do after this, and I got a ride to put in. Guys, anyone that wants to help support, jump over to Buy Me a Coffee, become a member, help a bro out so I can keep doing this moving forward into the future. Anyways, riders, thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. See you soon.